Wanna go out? Yeah, get the squirrels. Go get them. So here we're back at the ficus benjamini. I've been busy, so I haven't gotten around to taking these off yet, but as you can see, the air layers are full of roots. Some algae getting on this one, a little too much sun. A good idea sometimes would be to cover these with a white plastic or just something to block the sunlight so you wouldn't get all the algae. And some roots prefer to be in the dark anyway. So the first one to root out was the top, and you can see it's a lot of roots in there as well. That one actually dried out at one point, so I re-wet it, but I may have lost a few roots, but still looks like plenty. So I'm gonna cut these off and get them in some pots. Here's the root ball from the top one. And the lighter colored roots are actively growing and the others are fine. There's a lot of root in there, and I'm not gonna disturb this at all. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. So what I'm gonna do is pot it up in here. I'll be right back, I'll show you what that looks like. But I'm not gonna remove the sphagnum moss, I'm just gonna leave that. That'll break down over a couple of repottings, but I just wanna disturb the roots as little as possible to give us the best chance of surviving. So here's the air layered root ball in the sphagnum moss and this is the variegated branch. So I did this branch because I knew that was the top variegated part, and if I take that off, then the rest of the plant should be variegated, because I wasn't sure exactly where the new mutation had gone, where the variegation was lost on this plant. So that's why I went ahead and took this branch as well. So again, that'll go right in there. I'll plant this one in, and I will leave that root ball intact, and I'll put it somewhere out of the sun for a week or so to let it continue to root out and root into the potting medium. Then here is the third one. This was the lower part of the non-variegated top that had grown out. And you can see in there all kinds of nice happy roots. So this is really the whole advantage to air layering. I can get these nice sized plants, well rooted. It's in a good shape to survive now. And you get these nice big plants right away with a good root system. So while I might be able to root a small cutting, a larger plant like this, air layering is definitely gonna be the way to do it. So here are the 3 trees taken off from that one mother tree. This was the top section. Here's the lower section of that, and I actually think this might have some bonsai potential, so I went ahead and offset it in the pot to be able to follow the curve and have it come forward. Some training, some pruning, but let me just get it settled in. And then here's that variegated branch, which was the topmost variegated growth. Again, I knew if I took this off, then the remainder definitely is all variegated. So 3 nice trees from the top of that other tree. So let's go back in and just take a look at what's left, and we'll see how that'll grow out. Right, here is what's left. So you can see the sap leaking. And right now, like I said when I set this all up, this tree had sort of grown out of control. There's no pruning or anything. And so what I'm probably going to do is I'm looking at this lower growth here. Looking at this actually developing possibly into the new leader, and then probably pruning this off here. I'm tempted to air layer this again, but I think I have enough plants. And then get it out in the sun and let it grow out more. I hope to see more sprouting from in here with such a thick trunk, especially if I do take the edge off here. I'm sure we'll get some dormant buds pushing. And then ultimately we can decide how much we need to take it back. They will grow a great deal in the summer, so I want to get these limbs brought in tighter. And I'm just gonna wait and see when I get some dormant buds pushing once it gets out in the sun, and and warmth and so forth. And then we'll take it from there. But again, you know, all those came right off the top. Used to be up in here, and behind it is another kind of ficus that's been getting a little neglected. But anyway, so that's the fourth tree. The three are outside, and then this one, I'm going to actually take all those ones outside, bring them in, and just put them somewhere completely out of the sun, let them sit for about a week, and let them, you know, build out their roots and settle in, and then they'll be off on their own.